so I'm off life. God. Yeah, all these diamonds on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego.
Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up, you the type to pay hitters. Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up, you the type to pay hitters.
It's like, I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Dallas Cowboys versus Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Again, everyone, I'm Brandon Gutton, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Rams set to go to work on offense, and they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Stafford going to throw from the outset. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. A quick throw there is incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's down the field for Jefferson. They've got his man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Justin Jefferson, 94 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Stafford's throw complete there to Johnson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down, on the move to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on and they're ready for this next series. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Justin Jefferson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Oh, strip. The ball comes out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
That's down the field for Jefferson. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys open the lead up to 34-0. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes this 35-0 now. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Stafford now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Motion left, Cup. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. He'll get this to about the 38. You look at this Cowboy defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Stafford looks to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last. He's got a man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 52 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to touchdown.
Justin Jefferson with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now that one to the right side and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, 39 yards. And the Cowboys are pouring it on. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the route is on here in this first half. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. A give up the... Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the... There he goes, right side. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. And flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The offense trots back out.
A moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction.
With really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night. Later in
his intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on. Back to throw. Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. By about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Now it's Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again is Stafford.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Matt Ariza now.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Dallas. 59 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Throwing is Jackson.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And his throw here's incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The football going back to the Rams now. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Stafford.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away.
Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, that's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards.
And, boy, Charles, it is no doubt a passing league. We get that, but did you ever think we would see someone pass for 7,000 yards in a season? He just went over that threshold.
Brandon, 7,000 yards means you've had a monster game each and every game of the year. If you throw for 350, that would hurt your average. That means you've made every throw, very few drops by your receivers, you've moved the ball effectively every time out.
Here's Jackson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Justin Jefferson with an acrobatic catch. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 117 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The tackle by Quincy Williams. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Short throw. It's Higbee. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. A big play here for Dallas. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson steps away. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. To throw is Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. On the give, this is Akers. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 133 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Play action. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown, and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson. And
he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Rams ready to go on offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Stafford working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Looking to throw. Stafford.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. To the air again, Stafford. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Stafford.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. Stafford.
Looking underneath. He's got Akers.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson being chased out left.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Dancing to his left. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Kohlman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Jets who are out in front in that one. Aaron Rodgers carving them up with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Jonathan Mingo with a touchdown catch from Bryce Young. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Brian Robinson with a touchdown run. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He had a half for the ages, touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. On the return is Jordan Lewis.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now Jackson on first down, forced out to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Justin Jefferson, 70 yards. And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Stafford and the Rams come up first and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be caught by Cup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Now Stafford.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Second down and 4. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Out of the gun, Stafford.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson,
57 yards.
And the Cowboys just continue to roll.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Jackson now.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Keeps himself upright, eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamar Jackson with career touchdown number 70. And the Cowboys get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Stafford.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. A great return there of 22 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they put...
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Justin Jefferson.
His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Cowboys are pouring it on. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And it's incomplete.
Here comes the Rams punt. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to kick it away. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a...
That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. 52 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
L.A. readies for its next possession. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this?
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But
a fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 32 yards. And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Micah Parsons
Giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Here comes the Rams punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And taken right at the 35. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Jackson on 1st down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Justin Jefferson.
45 yards.
And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Going right back to Akers.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
This is taken at the 18. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as he's up to the 40-yard line. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Well, great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike. So it got his man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Justin Jefferson finding the end zone yet again. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
3rd and 4.
Stafford now to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Stafford.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 more there and another first down. Back to throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And his pass incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall.
It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, it's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And they will remain well behind.
Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson out to his left.
That's down the field for Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson
with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Cowboys are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Stafford to his #1 guy, Cup, for a Los Angeles first.
56, the Mike, boys, 56, check 56.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down. Throwing again is Stafford. And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Cowboy. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Aubrey now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. Justin Jefferson. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Aubrey now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Stafford now on second down. And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Stafford completing it to the right side. Johnson. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got him.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
finding the end zone yet again. And the Cowboys are pouring it on. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Osa Odighizuwa.
What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. Taken from just outside the 30.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Justin Jefferson.
He flat out can't be stopped.
And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. Aubrey now for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Rams ready to go on offense. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee.
And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as a tackle made up at the 48-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
56, the mark, boys, 56. Check 56.
Stafford on first down. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and a couple.
Now Stafford.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. To the air again, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that one falls incomplete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Look at the big man rumble. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
What impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the fourth quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them, but after this one's done,
You just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, Stafford. Akers back-to-back catches. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. One last throw here for Stafford. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Cowboys, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
King of Kong, sometimes they call me Lucifer. Talk about you.